right, let's give another CEO a round of applause, please. Okay, sabi niya, Atomy is not about selling. It's about sharing. But you have to try our products first so we can easily share. Okay? Up next is the product introduction, wherein we'll be learning what makes Atomy products stand out from the rest and why we should use them. Without further ado, let us all welcome on stage Diamond Master Dr. Rainelda Napalang. A round of applause, please.
Good morning. For the first-timers, we always say good morning in business in Korea. So wag po kayo magulat bakit good morning. Hindi po ako nagkamali. Thank you all for attending our one-day seminar. I am Diamond Master Rainelda Napalang from Fairview Lagra Center. A physician by profession with anesthesiology and interventional pain management as my specialization. I came to know Atomy in 2019. Since then, I have a lot of reasons to thank God. I am thankful to God for having given me the opportunity to strike a beautiful friendship with Sharon Rose Master Dina Lee. She is instrumental in finding my new mission, my new purpose. For over 22 years now, I have been a physician. I am thankful to God for allowing me to know my purpose, to help the sick, to put them to sleep while in surgery, to make them emerge from sleep smoothly, and to ease their pain. I wake up each day with a purpose. When I turn half a century, I am indeed very blessed to have found another purpose. That is to let everyone know the purpose, the products of Atomy. To help everyone, including myself, to have a healthy lifestyle and using Atomy nutritional, beauty, and household products. And by doing so, everyone contributes in saving the earth because they have all natural and all environment-friendly products. Equally important is to be able to help others to be aware that we can all earn a little more to augment the family income, and the top most important is to help everyone be a HemoHIM believer. I often tell myself if only everyone will take probiotics, HemoHIM, milk thistle, calcium, vitamin C, and vitamin B, then we can prevent illness. If there is a small lump or tumor somewhere in your body, HemoHIM will heal it. If there is liver damage and a stressful life, Rhodiola milk thistle will help repair the liver and relieve the stress. For every disease, there is an Atomy product that can help with all natural ingredients. Now we should help educate people about HemoHIM. And I want to reach as many as I can so that they will learn more about HemoHIM and all the products of Atomy. That is my new mission. For my speaker declaration, next slide, please. For the first-timers here, this is our virtual shopping mall with all the different products from nutritional aesthetics, beauty, and household. Do you all know how to navigate the Atomy virtual office? Google Atomy Philippines, click login, use your ID number, password, then you can click the shopping mall. You can find all the products under each heading. And if you click the product, meron din pong information about the product so that you will have an idea of the ingredients, and the nutritional facts. So the concept behind Atomy is masstige, a word coined from mass, meaning target consumers, and prestige, quality products. Atomy products are more than just useful. They are award-winning, top-quality products providing benefits to consumers with absolute quality at very reasonable prices while also increasing the quality of life for all of us. Medicine is the field of health and healing. Evidence-based, backed up by research, experiments, in vitro and in vivo testings on animals and humans. So there are two important things we need to know about drugs and nutritional products. Even as laypersons, or you're not a health worker, you should also know the pharmacodynamics. That is what the drug does to the body. So the four main drug actions are stimulates, depresses, blocks, and stabilizes. Drugs may have direct beneficial chemical reactions or direct harmful chemical reactions. Example, direct beneficial, yung pong mga drugs na nagsistimulate, like caffeine is not very bad, pero pag sumusobra po, napapasama. It is a stimulant. Like alcohol is direct harmful chemical reaction in our body. It does harmful, it depresses. Yun po yung ginagawa ng isang substance to our body. That's pharmacodynamics. And for the pharmacokinetics, what our body does to the drug. So when you take in the drug, what will happen to the drug? What will your body do to the drug? Di po ba, pag nilunok nyo, it goes to the stomach and then gut absorption, the bioavailability, distribution of the drug, and the metabolism in the liver, and then excretion. So it is important even as laypersons to know very well the drugs and food supplements our doctors prescribe to you. Take responsibility to know and learn. Always ask doctors to explain what the effects of the drugs you are taking and the possible drug interaction with your other food supplements. Our two featured products for the day are Atomy Rhodiola Milk Thistle and HemoHIM. Rhodiola Milk Thistle is a multi-complex formula with milk thistle and rhodiola, which are both herbs, and vitamin B5, which is pantothenic acid, vitamin B6, vitamin B1, thiamine, and vitamin B2, riboflavin. The human liver is the largest solid organ of the body located below your diaphragm. It is in the right upper quadrant of your abdomen, has two lobes, the left and right, weighing 3 pounds. Metabolically active organ working cells are also called hepatocytes, which reproduce in response to liver injury. The functions of the liver: bile production, excretion of bilirubin, cholesterol, hormones, and drugs, metabolism of fats, proteins, and carbs, enzyme activity, storage of glycogen, vitamins, blood detoxification, synthesis of plasma proteins. Rhodiola milk thistle improves fatigue caused by liver stress. Rhodiola rosea is the first plant in our food supplement. Rhodiola rosea is a perennial flowering plant that grows in rock crevices in the northern regions of Mount Baekdu, Korea. The extract reduces stress hormone, which is called cortisol, and also it exhibits mental performance enhancement. So pag po nagre-release ang body natin ng cortisol, that is when you are very stressed. So pag maraming cortisol, it is important for you to drink milk thistle. At yung mga anak nyo po, para gusto nyong tumalino lalo sa school, it is a mental performance enhancement. So, it is also called the golden root, adaptogens, meaning herbs or roots of plant substances that help our bodies manage stress and restore balance. And ang ginagamit po are the dried roots of rhodiola. Potent ingredients, salidroside. The benefits, it helps decrease stress, helps with fatigue, anxiety, insomnia, depression. Helps reduce symptoms of depression, has antidepressant properties to help chemical imbalances. Ang depression po is a disease. Hindi po yan arte-arte lang. Pag sinabi po ng isang tao sa inyo, I'm depressed, kailangan po nating maniwala. We cannot judge. Because sometimes people are depressed, they don't know why. But it is yung mga chemical substances in your brain, may imbalance po. At may gamot po para dyan. So sometimes, teens or adults commit suicide, wala po tayong no inkling of why. But because this is a disease, hindi siya na-diagnose, hindi siya nakapunta sa doktor, hindi natulungan yung chemical imbalance sa brain. They always feel na parang there's no solution. They're so depressed, they don't know, they don't have any answer. And they don't want people to know that they want to end their lives. So pag po nananakot na magpapakamatay ako, yun po yung malamang hindi. Because if you want to die, you don't want people to discover you. You don't want people to help you. You want to do it na hindi ka masisave. But if you threaten people that you want to die, you want to commit suicide, gusto mo ng tulong. So, hindi po rin natin dapat yan baliwalain. Because those who are saying that are reaching out so that help will be extended to them. Okay, it also helps reduce symptoms of depression. So, yung pong nakikita niyong mga nalulungkot, nade-depress, pwede po yan uminom ng Rhodiola milk thistle. Rhodiola also has an anti-cancer property. The salidroside inhibits growth of lung, bladder, gastric, and colon cancer cells. Russian and Scandinavian countries tested people with anxiety, fatigue, depression. A study of 100 people given 400 milligrams of rhodiola for 8 weeks. Wala pa pong 8 weeks, 4 weeks pa lang, nakita na stress symptoms were relieved, na-alleviate ang fatigue, quality of life improved, mood swings have decreased, better concentration, improved brain function, and exercises performances. Rhodiola also helps in diabetes management. So it is taken 100 to 200 milligram to boost athletic performance. Kung may mga anak po kayong mga nasa varsity, maganda po yan. Rhodiola milk thistle, 200 milligram. And for those na super stressed or depressed, dapat po 400 to 600 milligram. For the milk thistle, this is the second herb na nasa ating food supplement. Is a thorny, ayan po itsura niya, ang milk thistle. Asteraceae silibum marianum is the scientific name. Silimarine, well known for the antioxidant activities that protect liver cells. It is also commonly known as wild artichoke. Flavonoids help your body function more efficiently while protecting it against everyday toxins and stressors. So, milk thistle is a very powerful antioxidant agent. Silibin is the active ingredient, antioxidant, antifibrotic agent. Anong ibig sabihin yan? Yung pong mga may TB, pag gumaling na po kayo ng tuberculosis, nagkakaroon po ng fibrosis ang lungs. And milk thistle has the ability para hindi na po gumrabe yung fibrosis sa lungs nyo. Yan po yung peklat or scarring. That is why some who have this in their x-ray, hindi na nakakapag-abroad. Because in other countries, zero na po ang tuberculosis. Now, they are afraid na mahawa because highly contagious ang TB. So, if you have this scarring or you have relatives who cannot go abroad because they fail in the physical examination, please make them take milk thistle para ma-improve po ang fibrosis in the lungs. So, it also improves quality of sleep, improves mental health, stabilizes progression of the disease multiple sclerosis, MS. MS is a chronic disease of the CNS, Central Nervous System. Nagso-start po na people lose the ability to speak clearly, write, and walk. So early symptoms can include vision problems, trouble in walking, and tingling feelings. So kung may kilala po kayong may MS, milk thistle will be very helpful to them. A study done on patients using parameters or serological tests after 4 months of taking milk thistle, yan po. SGOT and SGPT showed significant decrease in groups treated with silimarin. Parati niyo po yan nakikita, di ba? Yan po ang tinatawag nating blood chemistry. Diba? Our doctors will ask you to do a complete blood chemistry which includes FBS, HbA1c, lipid profile, BUN-CREA, SGPT, SGOT, sodium, potassium, yan po ang nire-request sa atin. And yun po ang pinakita sa screen, pinainom po ng milk thistle, Rhodiola milk thistle, and after 4 months, maganda po, bumaba na ang SGPT compared to the placebo. Meaning, ang SGPT po are enzymes ng liver. It gives you a picture of your liver function. So, ganyan po ka-effective ang Rhodiola milk thistle. Now, if you are diagnosed to have fatty liver, na ultrasound kayo, sinabi, ay, fatty liver na, or the next to fatty liver is diffuse liver disease. After diffuse liver disease, cirrhosis na po yan. And then end-stage liver damage. So pag sinabing fatty liver, since sinabi ko kanina, di ba, nagagamot po ang liver. Ang hepatocytes po, pag na-injure, they reproduce. So you have to take milk thistle. After 4 months or 6 months, magpa-ultrasound po kayo, I assure you na improve na po ang fatty liver nyo. You can do and repeat your ultrasound. Hindi na po natin hihintayin mag-cirrhosis, di ba? Uminom na po kayo ng milk thistle. So the other parts of milk thistle are the vitamin B complex. Hindi na po kayo kailangan bumili ng neurobion or other B complex kasi po ang Rhodiola milk thistle may B complex na. We have the B1 thiamine. The recommended daily allowance is 1.2 milligram. It is a neurotropic vitamins, meaning vitamins for the nerves. Essential for nerve health. It heals nerve damage. It's a nerve energizer. It converts carbohydrates to energy. Sources are as follows: vitamin B deficiency, is beriberi and Wernicke-Korsakoff syndrome. Ano yon? It is a memory disorder due to alcoholism. The next is vitamin B2, which is riboflavin. The RDA is 1.3 milligram, naturally present in foods. Bacteria in the gut can produce small amounts of riboflavin, but not enough to meet dietary needs. So it's a key component of coenzymes involved with growth of cells, energy production, breakdown of fats, steroids, and medications. Most riboflavin is used and not stored in the body, so excess amounts are excreted in the urine. So enough na po na uminom kayo ng Rhodiola milk thistle, you don't have to buy separately ng vitamin B complex kasi sayang ang pera, it goes to the urine. An excess of dietary riboflavin, usually from supplements, can cause urine to become bright yellow. So wag po kayong matakot kung very bright yellow ang inyong urine. Deficiency causes cracked lips, sore throat, hair loss, swollen tongue, skin rash, anemia, itchy red lips, and severe cases of cataracts. Vitamin B5 pantothenic acid, RDA, 1.3 milligrams. It is water-soluble, a precursor of coenzyme essential for fatty acid metabolism. Critical in the manufacture of red blood cells, sex hormones, and stress hormones. Pantothenic is the combination of pantoic acid and beta-alanine. Food sources, legumes, avocado, meat, eggs, milk, vegetable. It helps patients with peripheral neuropathy. Ano po ang peripheral neuropathy? Kapag po nagsustart na merong pins and needles sa fingertips and sa legs, yan po ang peripheral neuropathy. Nagsustart, lalo na po sa mga diabetic, no? Sometimes, when you raise your hand higher than your heart, nagsustart, nagtitingling. Pero pag binaba niyo yung kamay niyo, nawawala. Kasi gumaganda yung flow ng blood, di ba? Headache, insomnia, drowsiness. Food sources as shown on slide. Yan po. At kung ayaw nyo na masyadong magluto, just buy Rhodiola milk thistle. So Rhodiola milk thistle are people who needs to improve their health, people who wants to boost nutrient metabolism, those who work longer hours and have late night meals, those who are too busy to manage their health, those who wants to improve their liver metabolism, people suffering from fatigue caused by stress, and a study on 55 patients suffering from depression, randomly given Zoloft and Rhodiola and placebo. Siyempre po, Zoloft most effective, but Rhodiola has lesser side effects than Zoloft. So, sana tayo, di ba? Milk thistle, Rhodiola milk thistle ng Atomy. So that wraps up my discussion about Rhodiola milk thistle. And for the star of the show, HemoHIM is the flagship product of Atomy. Registration is as Class 1 individual health food supplement by the Ministry of Food and Drug Safety of Korea. USDA certified, halal approved. And the Singapore Health Science Authority classified HemoHIM just recently as a Chinese proprietary medicine. Hindi na po siya food supplement sa Singapore. HemoHIM means hemo for blood, H for hematopoiesis, meaning production of blood cells, I for immunity, and M for modulator. The government of South Korea funded a research because their scientists are getting sick. and many were diagnosed to have cancer due to exposure to radiation. The Food and Biotechnology research team at the Korean Atomic Energy Research Institute tested 42 different kinds of herbs to find the best compound that brought out the best synergy effects to cure cancer and at the same time be a functional biodefense food against radiation. Ano po ibig sabihin nito? Kinombine nila iba-ibang proportions to come up with the best 42 different herbs that they know na merong anti-cancer and boosts immune. So for several years, they came up with 3 herbs. And it took them 8 years of research to come up with HemoHIM, which is made up of 3 herbs tested in the Korean Radiological Hospital where cancer patients were undergoing chemotherapy and radiation therapy. So hindi po basta-basta lang na-claim na because the plant has anti-cancer anti-cancer effects, they came up with HemoHIM. 8 years of studying this, studied several herbs to come up with the best proportion to be able, and then they tested this in a hospital, radiological hospital in Korea, sa mga patients po na talagang may cancer. So from Kyrie, yun po ang nag-research, di ba, to Colmar, and then this was passed by evaluation of the Ministry of Food sa Korea and then distributed by Atomy. Can we have one HemoHIM box? Okay. Ma'am, tayo ka na lang. Ayan, si Ma'am Dina. In one big box, do we have a big box? One big box, we have 10 smaller boxes. Di po ba? Alam niyo yan. 10 smaller boxes, and inside one small box has 6 sachets or packets. So, the direction is you have to take 1 packet in the morning with an empty stomach. Wala muna pong iinumin kung hindi. HemoHIM with an empty stomach, then another one at around 3 p.m. or dinner time. And one HemoHIM po. One sachet of HemoHIM is around 70 pesos, times 2, 140 pesos, times 30 days, yan lang po ang cost kesa po maubos lahat ng ipon nyo sa bayad sa chemotherapy at saka radiation therapy. Kasi po naisip ko, even if we are financially stable, we will not do X-ray and MRI and CT scan of the whole body at a time. Hindi po yun natin yan gagawin. That's not practical. And we do not do tumor markers every month just to know may cancer ba ako. How many tumor markers? Ang dami po niyan. For the brain, for the prostate, for the thyroid, for your ovaries, for your colon. But if you are taking HemoHIM, tas mayroong tumutubo somewhere in your body, just a small lump, gumagaling na kayo. Hindi na po kailangan palakihin ang mass. Kapag po nag-o-opera kami, when in surgery and we find patients with big ovarian mass or very big colonic tumor, kami po mga doktor nag-iisip, bakit naman inalagaan ng ganito, itong bukol na to? Huwag po nating palalakihin. Kapag maliit pa lang, nakapanyo na po, go to the doctor. Huwag po kayong matakot malaman kasi may mga gamot na po. Huwag na po nating hintayin kung kailan wala nang lunas, yung ang laki-laki na, nahihirapan na yung katawan nyo, okay? Kung meron po tayong hindi alam na mga bukol, you have peace of mind kapag po umiinom kayo ng HemoHIM. Because ang HemoHIM po does not only has natural killer cells, it also stops the growth, anti-proliferative. Hindi na po dadami siya. Kung mayroon ka, nagsastop yung growth, tas pinapatay niya na. Okay? Next slide, please. There are two types of immunity, the active immunity and the passive immunity. Example of active immunity is infection and vaccination. And the natural is through the placenta and breast milk. The artificial passive immunity, example, snake venom. So the organs that produce immune cells are the bone marrow, spleen, thymus, mucous membrane, tonsils, and the gut. And 70% of immune cells are in the gut. So, together with HemoHIM, it is important to take probiotics. Kasi po, naaalagaan yung gut. Pag healthy ang gut, maganda rin po ang immune system. So to boost our immune system, you have to eat plenty, eat good fats, essential fatty acids, eat, ano po yan, pwede rin yung omega-3 natin para sa essential fatty acids. Eat freshly caught fish, yung pong nahuhuli sa dagat. Hindi po yung nahuli nyo sa fish pond. Kasi mayroon yung feeds, hindi ba? Freshly caught sa sea. Eat protein in every meal. Kung di nakakakain ng protein in every meal, ano po ang iinumin sa Atomy? Raise your hand if you know. If you need a lot of protein and it's not in your diet or you're a vegetarian, what can you eat, drink na Atomy supplement? Spirulina. Use spices and herbs for food preparation. Usong-uso na po ngayon yan. Minsan may mga halaman tayo, di ba, sa bahay, yung mga basil, dill, you know, you grow them in your pots and then you put them in your pasta. Yung mga basil, mint, yan po ang spices and herbs for food preparation. So, the main ingredients of HemoHIM are Angelica radix, Peonia japonica, Cnidium officinale. These were all combined together through biological engineering and radiation technology. So the big three ang i-discuss ko po sa inyo. Angelica radix. It's also known as angel on earth. That is the common name of Angelica radix, angel on earth. And this angel on earth blooms only once a year during the feast day of Saint Michael the Archangel on September 29. After that whole day that it blooms, it stops at magbo-bloom na po ulit next year. So, lalo po akong naniniwala that HemoHIM is a gift from heaven. It is also a wonder agent. Dried fruit from the Angelica sinensis. It enriches blood, promotes blood circulation, modulate immune system, treat chronic constipation. Pakinggan niyo po chronic constipation, heartburn, menstrual disorder, arthritis, runny nose, trouble sleeping, loss of appetite, nervousness, and it is found in the inner valleys of Thailand. Sep- It contains natural killer cells that kills cancer cells and fungus. It helps cure respiratory disorders such as TB. Furocoumarins are the active agents. Ano po to? Yung mga active agents ng plants para hindi sila kinakain ng mga animals. Yung mga herbivores. Mga plant-eating animals. So they have furocoumarins para po, parang toxin sa mga animals para hindi maubos yung sila. Protection nila. It has an anti-tumor and warning, this has cytotoxic effects kapag po ginagawa as essential oils through steam distillation. In any amount, this is harmful for the cell of the human body. Anticonvulsant also for focal seizures. Anti-ulcerogenic, anti-secretory, and cytoprotective. Anong ibig sabihin yun? Yung pong naggagastritis or sinisikmura, usually papainom sa inyo, di ba? Aluminum magnesium hydroxide or Kremel S, Gaviscon. Yan po iproprotect yung lining ng stomach so that ma-neutralize ang acidity ng stomach. Ulceronogenic para hindi po mag-cause ng ulcers because pag ang acid, binubutas po ang stomach natin. Yung cells ng stomach natin, kaya po nagbi-bleed yan kasi nabutas na. So, ang HemoHIM po, it helps para hindi po kayo magkaroon ng ulcers. Yung pong parating sinisikmura, very helpful po ang HemoHIM. Hindi na po kailangang masyadong omeprazole, ranitidine. Yan po, sasabihin 14 days nyo pong iinumin ang omeprazole, 40 milligram once a day. The next plant is Paeonia alba radix, also known as the Chinese peony or Bai Shao. It calms the mind. Importante po yan. In our busy schedule, lagi pong dapat meron time kayo sa gabi to calm your mind. Ako po, pag tinitext ko yung mga anak ko, at napapansin ko parang may problema or hindi masyado nakikipag-usap or ang daming mga pangyayari na ang bilis-bilis umaandar ang panahon, I always text them, try to calm your mind. You know, you have to rest your mind. Kasi po minsan, we forget, to rest our minds. And it's important. Ang HemoHIM po, it calms the mind because of this plant. It inhibits cytokines. It potentiates effects of morphine. Ang morphine po ay opioid. Very powerful na analgesia for cancer, pain. So, it helps the morphine para hindi na po tumaas yung dose, yung mga may cancer. It potentiates the effect of morphine. Kasi po, the more ang pain, tinatitrate po ang morphine in higher milligrams para po hindi masyadong maging painful ang last few days sa mga cancer patients. So, we all know it's anti-neoplastic, meaning anti-cancer. It increases probiotic in the gut, effectively treats autoimmune diseases. The active ingredient, pioniflorin. So, dalawa ng plant ang anti-cancer, di ba? And it has urokinase. Urokinase supports the natural resolution of thrombosis. Ano po yung thrombosis? When you have a thrombosed leg, merong clot na nakabara sa vein. Natutunaw po ng HemoHIM yung mga clots na nakabara sa mga blood vessels. Kaya po tayo nagkakaroon ng stroke kasi po may babarang clot, mamamatay yung part ng brain kung saan yung blood vessel. Kaya po tayo may heart attack other than the cholesterol plaques. May babara din sa coronary artery. Kaya nagkakaroon ng heart attack, which is also known as myocardial infarction, na iiwasan po yan when you take HemoHIM kasi tinutunaw niya po yung mga clots. So, if you are taking aspirin or clopidogrel, which are blood thinners, ingat din po with HemoHIM sa pag-share sa mga ibang patients. Always ask them, are you taking blood thinners? Kasi po, parang blood thinner, may blood thinning effect ang HemoHIM. Pag po nag-start ng mga pasa-pasa, pa-stop muna po natin ang HemoHIM. Okay? Most especially those who are taking warfarin. Yan po ang pinakamalakas din na blood thinner. So, Chuanxiong, hindi, meron pa pala, decreases hyperpigmentation and melanin, ang peony. So, yung matagal na pong umiinom ng HemoHIM, pumupusyaw din, kagaya ng umiinom ng glutathione. Because it decreases hyperpigmentation and melanin, which is the brown pigment of the body. Laklakin na natin lahat. Chuanxiong rhizoma is the last herb. Ceridium officinale or lavage root. It has always been in the traditional Chinese medicine. Linguistolide is the active ingredient. It treats patients with stroke. So, ang CVA, nakikita niyo yan lagi, no? CVA means cerebrovascular accident. That is what happens to those who have stroke. CVA patient yan kasi attack. Pagka na-stabilize na yung stroke, nagpapahinga, nagre-recover na, the patient is a CVD patient, meaning the patient has cerebrovascular disease. Ang attack, yun yung stroke, pumutok. Pagka gumagaling na, meron lang siyang CVD, cerebrovascular disease. So, if merong, sasabihin sa CT scan, meron pong mga maliliit na stroke, na mga clots doon sa part ng brain. Pero matutunaw din po yan in time. So, babalik din po yung pagsasalita niya kung doon pong sa part ng brain doon na for speaking or part ng brain na makakalakad or part ng brain na nakakabalik ng memory, wherever it is, yung small clots na yon, matutunaw po at babalik sa dati. Hindi po lahat pag namatay na yung part ng brain, hindi na syempre, hindi na po yan babalik yung as normal as dati. But if the doctor tells you there are small clots, effective po ang HemoHIM kasi mas madadali yung pagtunaw ng mga clots. Sinasabi po yan sa CT scan at pag pinakinggan niyo yung mga doctors niyo sabihin, hintayin lang po nating matunaw yung mga blood clots. Pwede na pong mag-HemoHIM. Kung hindi pwedeng uminom pa ang patient dahil naka-NGT, you can ask your caregiver or your nurses to give HemoHIM through the nasogastric tube. Di ba po, naka-NGT, minsan doon pinapakain, pwede pong uunahin ang HemoHIM bago yung food na inosteurize. Okay? So, for the last herb, it also helps in headache, menstrual symptoms, ischemic disorders. Yan po yung mga chest pains. Chest pains kasi hindi na po maganda ang daloy ng dugo sa ating heart. Ischemic disorders. And it eliminates stasis of blood. Meaning, pag hindi na po masyadong maganda yung daloy ng dugo nyo, lalo na sa legs, yung mga naninigarilyo, nangingitim na yung mga dali-daliri, pwede pa po yan gumanda. Kasi po, ang HemoHIM, pinapaganda po yung daloy ng blood, especially in the lower extremities. So the environment pollutants, fumes, ultraviolet, alcohol, smoking, pesticides in vegetables, preservatives in processed food, trans fat collectively become free radicals. When left unchecked, this leads to oxidative stress causing premature aging and damage. HemoHIM helps the body recover from oxidative stress, slow down the aging process, and degenerative changes. HemoHIM activates the immune cells, natural killer cells, cytokines, lymphocytes. It fights infection and cancer, activates bone marrow to produce RBCs. So, kung nag-activate po ng production of RBCs, for those of you who are very healthy, maganda po, donate blood every 6 months. Kasi po, nare-replenish ng bagong production of red blood cells ang body natin. At nakakatulong pa po tayo sa mga pasyenteng kailangan ng blood. So pag na-replenish po, gagawa ang bone marrow natin ng bagong RBCs, bago ang mga dugong ipaikot-ikot sa body natin. So you just go to the Philippine Blood Center or sa Red Cross and sabihin nyo, you want to donate. Mabibigyan po kayo ng card, susulatin doon kung ilang beses na kayong nagdo-donate, every 3 or 6 months. And if you have a card, pag kayo po or kamag-anak nyo may kailangan, papakita nyo lang po yung donation nyo, you will be a priority na mabigyan ng blood para sa nangangailangang kamag-anak. So, it also boosts the cells crucial in rejuvenation, repair, anti-aging. You may read more researches on HemoHIM on www.nih.gov. HemoHIM is for those who needs to improve their immune system. Who are these? Elderly who have run out of energy, athletes with high need for physical strength, students who stay up late, housewives exhausted doing lots of household chores, husbands who spend very long hours of work. Sa work po mga husbands sa work. Kasi po habang linis ng linis at laban ng laba yung asawa, ginagabi yung husband dapat sa work. Pero yung pong naprapraning na asawang babae, housewife, uminom po kayo ng HemoHIM at Rhodiola milk thistle para hindi po kayo naprapraning sa husband na nasa work. Hindi kayo ma-stress. Bahala siya kung saan siya nagpupunta. Basta bilan mo ko ng HemoHIM at Rhodiola milk thistle para may points. PV. Okay? So, here are the pictures of the patients who I personally know. Permission was asked to take pictures and be included in this presentation. Ito pong first is my classmate in medicine. She is presently a pediatrician from Laguna. She was 52-year-old in 2021, diagnosed with ovarian cancer, stage 3C. Histopath signed out as clear cell carcinoma. Minsan po naririnig natin, di ba? Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. Wow, stage 3 na grabe. Stage 4. Ang doktor po ang nagsasabi niyan, dinedepend po yan sa size ng bukol, kung saan na kumalat, gaano kalaki, gaano na-affect mga lymph nodes. Meron pong basis, no? So 3C, hindi pa po, naka-confine pa po dun sa mga tabi-tabi ng ovaries, no? Pag 4 po, meron ng malalayo. Yung mga kunwari may brain metastasis or meron sa bone metastasis. So stage 3C, her histopath signed out as clear cell carcinoma. Radiation therapy was done and chemotherapy. Pero bago po niyan ay 2 weeks before her therapy, nakipagkita po ako sa kanya sa St. Pio, dito po sa Eastwood. I gave her 1 box of HemoHIM and I told her to continue to buy. She's an Atomy member pero consumer lang po siya ng HemoHIM. And nagdo-donate din siya sa mga ibang cancer patients who cannot afford to buy HemoHIM. And during her chemotherapy and radiation, ang napansin po niya, siya lang po ang walang side effects. No vomiting, no nausea, no muscle fatigue, and she can do the usual things every day, while others nako-confine pa po kasi nga sobra yung vomiting, sobrang hirap ng katawan, plus hindi po siya nagkakasakit because maganda yung immune system niya. Because when you are in chemotherapy and radiation therapy, this renders you immunocompromised. Parati kang madaling mahawa. So sometimes cancer patients don't die of cancer. They die of infection, pneumonia. Kasi nga, it renders them immunocompromised. So HemoHIM does not only kills your cancer, it also builds you up. It builds up your immune system para kayanin mo ang chemo and radiation. Sometimes yung body po ang sumusuko because sa lakas ng gamot, ng chemo at radiation, yung pong person ang hindi may kaya eh. Kaya hindi rin natatapos. But with HemoHIM, together with chemo and radiation, perfect combination. Ngayon po, nag-travel na siya. She has gone, she's cancer-free. She has gone through 2 PET scans and her CA-125 has remained low. Yun po ang tumor markers for ovarian CA. And she has been cancer-free for the past 8 months. Ang PET scan po kasi, para maintindihan nyo, hindi po yan basta CT scan lang. Meron pong ini-inject. Tapos po, yung pong in-inject, may parang isotope yan na didikit po yan sa mga kung nasan ang cancer sa body. It detects only cancer cells. So after the scan, sasabihin, 0, kasi hindi po siya puro normal na yung cells niyo, wala po siyang kinabitan. That's when the results say you're cancer-free. Yun po ang PET scan. And this is very expensive. Wala pong mas mura sa 60,000 because it will scan your whole body for the cancer cells. Next slide, please. This is, I think, Pastor Neil De Villeres and Mrs. De Villeres, pwede pong tumayo. Andito po eh, Mama Beth, and ayun, nandun. Wala pa? Andun sila. Daughter-in-law po ito ng mga taga-Taytay na Atomians kasi family friend ko po sila and at the same time florist po ng family namin, yung daughter niya. Daughter-in-law po niya to, si Che De Villeres. She's diagnosed to have breast cancer in 2022. Inopera po namin sa aming hospital sa Fairview ng modified radical mastectomy and then chemotherapy and radiation therapy. And she said na she has coped up with all the chemotherapy and radiation therapy. Yan po, nakapag-travel na siya sa Dubai with the son and yan po, she has continued to take HemoHIM and calcium because ang calcium po kailangan ng mga nag-chemotherapy, ng breast cancer because of osteoporosis. Next slide. Ito po, sister-in-law ko, pinara-wrap up po. Konti na lang. Ayoko kasi i-end eh. I want to end it when it's the end of my lecture. Sister-in-law ko po siya. She is the sister of my husband, 63 years old when she was diagnosed to have breast cancer. 1 month lang po pagitan nila ni Che de Villeres nung inopera namin. And sad to say, because she is financially challenged, sa Jose Reyes po kami nagpa-chemotherapy and radiation, no? But we supplied her with HemoHIM para hindi wala ng HemoHIM. At maganda rin naman po sa Jose Reyes, kahit na government hospital, all free. Yung chemotherapy and radiation therapy, free po. At yun lang, may pila, mainit, hindi as comfortable as in a private hospital, but she was able to finish 21 cycles of chemotherapy and 11 radiation therapy. Now she has 0 cancer cells, meaning no uptake. She has slight osteoporosis, so binibigyan po siya ng celedonic acid every 3 months. Libre pa rin po yan sa Jose Reyes. And she has to take 8 calcium. Tandaan niyo po yan, 8 tablets of calcium when you have cancer. Pero you have to take lots of water because calcium is a kidney stone former. So baka naman gumaling ang cancer nyo, nagkabato naman kayo sa bato. So inom ng maraming tubig. Okay, so other HemoHIM are also effective in other diseases like non-healing wound, focal seizures, autoimmune diseases such as rheumatoid arthritis, psoriasis, oral lichen planus, systemic lupus erythematosus, and lagi nga po kami nagbibiroan ni Ma'am Dina Lee at saka ni Sharon Rose Master Nori magsingit. Kung meron pong nakakakilala kay Chris Aquino, pakisabi po, uminom ng HemoHIM kasi yan pong sagot sa sakit niya. Research shows that the following diseases can also be treated with coronavirus COVID-19, ulcerative colitis, indigo naturalis, spinal cord injury. If these herbs are, however, consumed over the years and months, beneficial effects are inevitable. Illnesses will be overcome and one's existence will be extended. It is a gift from heaven indeed. Ibig sabihin po, promise, hahaba po ang buhay ninyo. Sige po. Yan po ang mga products natin. Don't forget. HemoHIM. And let me end this by saying, if all else fails, take HemoHIM and pray. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. Next slide. Salamat po ulit.
Marami